A fan exposes the truth. What really happened between xukai and Tansongyun in Paris? What if the moment everyone has been speculating about for years did not happen in Beijing, Shanghai, or on a drama set, but thousands of miles away in Paris? What if the truth fans have been piecing together from blurry photos, half-heard whispers, and late-night studio leaks actually began in a foreign city where no one expected to find them? Tonight, we revisit the most whispered rumor in Xukai and Tansongyun's story. The night in Paris. The encounter that almost stayed hidden forever. Until a single fan, armed with nothing but a phone and a sharp eye, exposed everything. And here is the question no one has ever answered: why were Xukai and Tansongyun in Paris at the same time, in the same district, walking out of the same private courtyard, when both their agencies insisted they were continents apart? This is the truth behind that night. Hold on tight, C-drama family. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. It began quietly. Paris was already overflowing with celebrities arriving for Fashion Week. Streets crowded with photographers. Black vans lined up outside designer venues. Everyone expected stars. Everyone expected chaos. But no one expected Xukai. His schedule said he was in China. His team said he was filming. No flight records showed his name. Yet on the night of September 15th, one fan noticed something unusual outside a private gallery in the Marais district. A man, tall, sharply dressed, wearing a cap pulled low. A silhouette too distinct to mistake. A posture fans knew instantly. It was Xukai. No entourage. No manager. No lights. No cameras. Just him. The fan was stunned. She raised her phone to take a photo. Then she froze again. Because seconds later, from the same private courtyard, another figure stepped out. A woman. Petite. Graceful. Wearing a long coat and holding a small paper bag. Her face hidden at first. But when she turned toward the streetlight, the world of C entertainment shifted. It was Tansongyun. She was supposed to be filming in Chengdu that week. Yet there she was, leaving the same courtyard Xukai had just exited. The fan almost dropped her phone. She started recording, trying to keep calm, trying not to draw attention. What she captured was not dramatic or scandalous. It was not a kiss or an embrace. It was something far more telling. It was familiarity. Xukai stepped out first and waited at the corner as if checking if the street was clear. His hand slipped into his coat pocket. He looked around cautiously. And when Tansongyun appeared behind him, he gave a tiny nod. Not a greeting. Not surprise. But a signal. They crossed the street together. Not side by side, but close enough to move as one. Close enough that any experienced fan could see this was not the first time they had walked like this. Paris hid them well. The quiet night. The soft glow of street lamps. Two actors who carried years of secrets across continents. But the fan kept recording. She followed from a distance, careful, silent, heart-pounding. They reached a bridge overlooking the Seine. The water shimmered below them. And for a few seconds, they stopped walking. Tansongyun leaned slightly on the railing, looking out at the river. Xukai stood next to her, saying something too soft to hear. She laughed. Not dramatically. Not loudly. But the kind of laugh that carries history. Then came the moment that changed everything. Tansongyun reached into the small paper bag she was carrying and handed Xukai something. A small box wrapped in simple white paper. He took it gently, turning it in his hands, smiling in a way the public rarely sees. It did not look like a brand partnership gift. It did not look like a prop. It was personal. A private gift exchanged on a bridge in Paris, far from cameras, far from home. But the fan kept filming. She zoomed in. She captured the exact instant Xukai opened the box. His expression changed. His eyes softened. He looked at her, stunned. No words needed. No audio. The moment spoke for itself. And then something else happened. Xukai reached into his own coat pocket and brought out something small, wrapped in dark paper. He handed it to her with the same care she had given him. 2 gifts. Exchanged in the heart of Paris. In a city known for one thing above all else. The fan knew immediately that what she witnessed was no coincidence. No rehearsal. No promotional stunt. It was real. But here is where the story takes an unexpected turn. The fan did not upload the video right away. She hesitated. Because something about the moment felt intimate. Something felt unspoken, fragile, private. She kept it for months. But everything changed after the manager's slip-up weeks later. When the livestream exposed their backstage connection. When Xukai's reaction confirmed what fans had sensed for years. When Tansongyun's quiet silence spoke louder than any statement ever could. That was when the fan finally released the footage. And the internet exploded. The comments were immediate. Paris gifts together, same courtyard, private meeting, they planned it, this was real, this was never just rumor. Agencies scrambled to respond. Journalists hunted for an explanation. Fashion Week organizers denied inviting either of them to that private gallery. And soon, another detail surfaced. Both Xukai and Tansongyun were wearing bracelets in the weeks after Paris that looked uncannily similar. Not identical. But clearly connected. Suddenly, the puzzle pieces began to fit. The secret meeting. The exchanged gifts. The mirrored bracelets. The backstage moment. The livestream slip-up. And fans asked the question no one could silence anymore, were Xukai and Tansongyun in Paris not as colleagues, but as something far more personal? Tonight, the mystery remains. Their teams have never addressed the Paris incident. Neither actor has ever spoken about that night. But the footage exists. The truth was captured. And the world has not stopped talking since. Because now, with everything we know, only one question remains. If they met in Paris in secret, exchanged gifts by the river, and tried so hard to keep the moment hidden, what else have they shared that the world has yet to discover? If the video of Xukai and Tansongyun in Paris shook the industry, what came next threatened to rewrite their entire public narrative. Because after the footage surfaced, people began asking the one question no one had dared to touch before: what exactly was inside those gift boxes? The exchange on the bridge was brief, quiet, almost tender. But what the fan caught from a distance was not enough to see the details. Only shapes. Only silhouettes. Only reactions. But reactions can reveal more than objects. Xukai's expression when he opened his box was not polite appreciation. It was recognition. Recognition of something meaningful. Tansongyun's reaction, moments later, mirrored his. A small intake of breath. A soft smile, heavy with familiarity. A look that carried years. And in the days that followed, sharp-eyed fans began to see clues. Clues the agencies tried to bury. Clues the industry tried to dismiss. Clues that, together, created a picture clearer than any official statement. The first clue appeared 3 days after Paris. Xukai posted a photo on social media, promoting a new brand campaign. Nothing unusual. Nothing dramatic. But in the corner of the frame, barely visible, was a thin bracelet. Black cord. Silver accent. Simple. Unbranded. Fans zoomed in instantly. It was the same bracelet seen on his wrist in the Paris video. His agency edited the photo. A second post appeared an hour later, cropped just enough to hide the bracelet. The internet noticed. The second clue arrived from Tansongyun. During a promotional interview, she adjusted her sleeve. A tiny, delicate charm bracelet glimmered under the lights. A charm shaped like a small silver feather. Eagle-eyed fans remembered something. Xukai once said in an old interview that he liked feathers because they symbolize freedom, falling and rising, softness and strength. That clip resurfaced instantly. And suddenly, people began piecing together the timeline. Paris. The gifts. The bracelets. The matching symbolism. It was no longer a rumor. It was a story with footprints. But then a new voice entered the narrative. A staff member from the Paris gallery. Anonymous. Careful. But undeniably involved. She claimed they came together. They viewed the exhibit privately. They bought something from the artist. They left through the back entrance. This statement changed everything. Because the exhibit that night featured one specific theme, intertwined destinies. Art pieces shaped like paired objects that only made sense when seen together. Two halves of the same form. One meant to be gifted to another. A conceptual exploration of connection. And suddenly, the small boxes exchanged on the bridge no longer seemed random. The gifts were most likely from that exhibit. Purchased together. Chosen together. Given separately, but connected as one. Reporters began asking questions. Agencies panicked. Publicists scrambled for explanations.